Great rising, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Oh, wow. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Hello. Oh, my. Okay. All right. This video is going to be about knowledge. All right. And I'm going to explain to some people my perspective, my perception about how I feel about knowledge. And knowledge is good. Knowledge is grand. But knowledge, in my opinion, only serves two purposes. I shouldn't say knowledge. I should say books, right? Books or things of point of references, right? Anything that you can, take in and absorb information from. I feel like books or anything that you can absorb information from, right, only serves two purposes, okay? The first purpose, which is, to me, is amazing, is to build upon a knowing that you already have, that translate into a knowledge, right? And so a book can serve many different purposes in terms of confirmation, to show that you and somebody else is thinking the same thing, or you guys are in alignment, or even if there's further studies that has been taken upon, but it can serve as a different point of reference, right? A book. Or it can serve as a point of reference. The second is to be profitable, right? So a book, right, can serve as a point of reference to, for many different things in terms of confirmation, building upon something, taking your idea that's similar to what you're reading and building upon it to come to a more concise sense of understanding, right, or overstanding, or for profit, right? Those two things. But before any of those things, before all of that, there had to be a knowing. There had to be a starting point of knowing. Someone had to know it before they actually transpose that idea into a book. And most time when people did when the ancients did hieroglyphics and different things of that nature, that was to record, it's a point of reference of recording what someone was thinking, what creations were made, so that there can be something tangible, something visible, to expound upon in the mind, right? So, but it still originates somewhere that's not in a book. It had to start upon a reference in a mind. So when a lot of times when people say, oh, I need a book that's in my opinion, that is taking you away from the truth of yourself. See, these are the little things that takes us away from the truth of who we are and what really truly resonates within us and our powers that are within. And they're subtle in nature because, they're systematic. It's something that we've been taught to do all the time. So we really don't make it, have much of a meaning, because it's somewhat systematic. It's so it's disregarded in terms of the frequency that action presents itself to be, right? But when you when you delve a little bit more deeper within yourself with the knowledge of yourself, you realize that those particular thoughts take you away from the truth of who you are. And a lot of times people say, well, I don't know, Patrice, how am I supposed to know it? There is an inner knowing, because for you to want to solicit that information, outside of yourself, there's something within you that is probing you to do so. It's always something that is within you that's probing you to do so, right? So a lot of times, we don't realize the extent to our true nature of who we are. We don't realize how advanced the extent of our true nature is. Okay, so I don't knock books, because you can, great minds think alike. So you're going to find people that are in similar reference, if not exact, because great minds do think alike. However, don't be dismayed, in terms of saying, oh, I got to prove it in a book, because sometimes whatever it is that is within you, it's just there. It just is. And this is the thing that they keep us away from. It just is. A lot of stuff just is. It just is. You are who you are. I am that I am. Right? It just is. Okay? You may get something that has not yet been discovered. But what are you gonna do? You're gonna look in the book to see if you can find something that has not yet been discovered. Just because it does, just because it has not been discovered doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Because as long as you are existing here, as long as you are valuable and relevant, it exists within you. It has an existence, right? So we have to, in my opinion, change our way of thinking. Because I'm going to tell you, you're going to miss out on a lot thinking that everything comes from a book, or everything has to be validated from a book or Stanford or Oxford or all of these people that we deem to be intelligent. And the thing of it is, there's a difference between intellect and higher senses of knowledge or intelligence. Because a person that is intelligence or has intelligence doesn't have to have intellect. Intellect is far much more different. Intellect is something that is taught in this particular dimension that that man gives credibility to. But intelligence, you don't need credentials, right? It's a natural thing. It's something natural. You don't need credentials for intelligence. So, I have to, say that, that you are the book. You are the book, right? You are the master. You are the master book, right? That's why, and the more that you master thyself, right? The more that you master thyself, the better, quote unquote, credentialed your book will be, if you want to deem it as that, if people need it. It's not rocket science, but it has been so far strayed away from us that we don't really think in that aspect of things. We don't really think in that aspect of things. So that's my spill in regards to coming back into your power, because these little subtle things that we tend to take for validity takes us away from the truth of who we are. And my goal is to rebuild that truth, or reintroduce you to the truth of yourself, and realize that you are the book, you are the power, you are the point of you are the original stance and the point of reference. And anything that you seek that piques your curiosity for you to seek outside of yourself for, just know that there's an inner knowing within you that can pretty much probably give you the same answers. A lot of times what happens to me is I'll think of something or whatever the case may be, but because I'm systematic in nature, I'll go look for it in a book, and it'd be something that I have never heard or don't remember hearing. And then when I go into the book and I see it, it's pretty much verbatim. It's pretty much verbatim to what I was thinking, and the book serves as more of a confirmation, more so than me learning anything from it. And I move in that way. Anything that don't interest me, I find a hard time, applying it, like receiving it and applying it, because I'm not ready for it. I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? So a book is if it's not something that I'm interested in, it serves no purpose. So it already has to be something that is of interest within me, right? So that means that if I have an interest within me, that it's already there. I just have to tap into it, right? So I just want to share that with you guys, and I'm not taking nothing away from people that wants to, that look at it that, you know, how they look at the education systems and different things of that nature. Because how you look at your education system, it is fine. I mean, it's not to say that you're wrong. But, you know, the purpose of me and this channel is to bring people back to their sense of self and the knowledge of self and the understanding of self. And, you know, don't put so much into something and that is within you already, right? You know, it's I gotta find proof. I have to have the proof. Is you. You are the proof. But the fact that you are existing, and the fact that you have an interest, and the fact you are the truth, you are the proof. It comes from within. If you're interested in something, just know that it's already within you, right? You are that proof. A lot of times what's going to serve these things that you're looking for is just going to serve as confirmation for something that you already know. And I'm not telling nobody not to, you know, look at a book or whatever the case may be, or what have you. What you know, some people love books. Some people love reading other people's ideas and everything. But if something, quote unquote, seem extremely foreign, but you have a sense of knowledge or sense of, you know, something that is within you that is piquing your curiosity, right? And you be like, I just know that it's true. I just know that it's true. How do you know that it's true? Where's your theory? Where's your proof? Just know that these things that we've been taught to actually have to prove something or whatever the case may be is to take us away from ourselves. It's deliberate in nature to take you away from the fact that you are a very powerful being. And just because you know something, you don't have to prove it, because you just know. You just know. You just know. And that's the thing, like, you just know. But what they do now, they tell you that you have to prove something, because it's to make you put this, to put the frequency of doubt, which is low frequency. It's to make you feel less than, that's low frequency. It's to make you self-doubt yourself, right? Well, maybe I am wrong. That's all low frequency, because the point of it is to keep you at a low frequency, to, especially in this particular culture, is because if you know that power, or if you ever tap into that power, the ones that want to have that power will no longer be relevant to have that power, because it's a manipulation game. And, you know, they can't violate your free will. But if they get you to believe that whatever it is within you is to be doubted, then that's they keeping you at a frequency. It's a manipulation of frequency. It's a manipulation of you know, the mind, because they realize that the mind is very, very powerful, right? So I just wanted to share that with you guys. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to drop a comment or whatever the case may be, because I think it's very important that we, you know, get to the oneness of ourselves, okay, and know thyself in that respect, okay? So that being said, peace and love. It's a beautiful day in Zamunda. Happy Wednesday. And you know, if you like the content of this video, please click that like button. If you love the content that is being provided, please hit subscribe. And just know that we are in it to win, right? I am a winner. You know, do your affirmations and different things to build your confidence and to build your courage, so that way, you know, when somebody said, well, how do you know? What book is? I'm the book. I'm the book of life. I'm the book of all knowing. I'm the book of knowledge. I am that I am. You gotta bring that confidence back within yourself. All right. So love you guys, and I shall commence to talking with you guys later. All righty. Bye.